Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Welcome. So glad you're here. So glad you're tuned in. We are all about empowering creatives all around the world to relentlessly pursue their dreams as we do the same. So last week, what's the recap? What did you do? Like, how was it for you?
It was cool. You know, families are complicated. So it was weird, but it was fine. And it was fun.
Weird but fine.
Weird but fine. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. We played games, which I won at. And
you won all the games?
I didn't win all the games. I won the most important game.
Lo is pretty competitive.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I won the Uno competition. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's really all that matters.
What's an Uno competition?
So we don't even just play like one game at a time. We do like a series of games, and we keep score for every game. And then whoever has the least amount of points at the end wins.
So you won I have never heard of an Uno competition.
Yeah, we go crazy.
A competition?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Do y'all follow like the traditional rules, or do y'all like
Absolutely
draw twos on draw fours and like
all the
skips,
things,
reverses,
all
and double
things.
that? Typical. That's why your family is difficult, because y'all be playing Uno.
You know? That might have something to do with it. Honestly.
So, I traveled and wasn't really sure if I wanted to, but it actually turned out being really good for the soul. I'm glad I went, because I really wanted to stay home and lay in the bed and watch Netflix all day.
Me too. That was absolutely my plan. Yeah, I kind of hate this time of year. I'm not gonna lie. I hate to sound like a Grinch or like a recluse, but baby, I hate this time of year. It's cold. It's nasty outside, and sometimes the people are nastier. And so when it comes to holidays, no.
So I understand what you mean about like this time of year. I honestly think sometimes it's just cringe. I think because you're just made to feel like you have to be holly jolly, happy, cheery, cheesing. Like, you've got the cheesy love stories on Hallmark. Ugh. Boy meets girl just moved here from out of town, and they lock eyes, and then it's like this love story. It's like love is in the air and bells are ringing, and you got the Mariah Carey, so I think it's just like the overwhelming like jolliness, like have a holly jolly. It's I think that's what it is, and sometimes you're just not there. And I don't want to be forced into cheer. Like, I just want to be, like, genuinely cheerful. But sometimes I'm not that way. But it's like everyone's, like, walking around with these big smiles plastered. Like, it's Christmas, so we're all supposed to be happy. Be happy.
You know what I actually think it is? Because, interestingly enough, bro, I'm a happy person. I'm, like, annoyingly happy. I'm optimistic.
When you want to be, like, on your own.
Yeah,
Not when you're, like, told
absolutely.
to be, though.
Yeah, but I think what it is that this time of year historically just reminds me how broke I am. Like,
why would she drop that?
I'm
right
sorry.
Here?
That might actually be
the way my stomach just dropped about that. And I have kids, and it just the math. The math don't be mathing. I'm like, I remember, not to go down this rabbit hole, but to go down the rabbit hole.
It's okay.
I remember, me and my siblings, we would all lay together in bed until like 2:00 in the morning. We get up and we go downstairs. And I don't recall if it was like an overabundance of gifts, but there was always gifts.
Yes,
like,
and it was
more
so
than
exciting.
One. It was so exciting. Like, that tradition was beautiful and amazing. But I'm just like, I be trying to like one. Okay, so if two, like one big gift, one small gift, and one stocking stuffer. So I feel like that may be also why I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Because like, I don't want to call you broke, but I know for me,
I'm definitely broke. What? You know I'm broke. Call me broke.
Being broke too. Yo, being broke makes everything not fun. And honestly, I actually stopped celebrating Christmas a few years ago. And I remember the last Christmas that I celebrated, I almost had a panic attack trying to figure out how to get gifts for every single person. Like, I was really like in the middle of the mall, like in tears. Heart palpitations, because I was like, I need to get everybody the perfect gift, and I have $2 left. How am I gonna do that? And ever since I let that go, I feel much better. But still, this time of year is just kind of, I don't know, because it's not the way I would want it to be. So I think I always feel like a little bit of the weight of disappointment. I feel family's weird, right?
Family is weird. And you know what, I'm so glad you brought that up, because I feel like I minimized the expectations of my family a long time ago. Like, listen, baby, let me just say this. My children are the priority if I got to get them some.
I have to. If I must.
If I absolutely must, that the buck literally stops here. So so we're wrapping up the holidays because we're done with the holidays, and they're not even done, but we're done with them.
Yeah, we're so over it.
Okay, so let's do like a little icebreaker.
Hey, fun time.
Yes. So this episode is about identity. So we're going to dive into that in a little bit, but we wanted to start with a little icebreaker game. And I came across Would You Rather?
I love that. I love that.
Would you rather, like the creatives edition? Okay. And so I would love for you
Mm-hmm.
guys to like answer in the comments for sure. Just like your own answers to some of these questions. All right.
Please.
So would you rather have unlimited creative inspiration, but absolutely zero time to execute any of it? Or have limited inspiration, but all the time in the world to bring those few ideas to
All the
life?
time in the world.
All the time in the world.
Absolutely. All the time in the world. Easily.
For the small things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really, as creators, which is what we should be doing right now.
It is.
Because we have a million ideas, I'm sure. And our problem for a lot of us is that we don't focus on the one or two things that we're really good at and give all of our time and attention to that. And that's what we should do. So for this question, I'm definitely going with the latter. Give me all the time with the limited ideas.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we talked about this before about how like you'll have so many ideas.
Yes.
You end up doing none of them.
Exactly. Give me one good idea and all the time, because that's where I feel like I am now. It took me so long to narrow things down, and feel like I have no time.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that's good. Okay,
yes, let's keep going.
Number 2. Would you rather collaborate with your favorite artist that you admire creatively but have minimal creative control, or create a solo project that perfectly reflects your vision but receives little recognition?
Nah, give me the collaboration. Give me the collaboration with the person that I look up to.
Yep.
For
Tell me
sure.
what to do.
Yeah.
Tell me what to do. I will glean off of your spotlight.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, like this is a perfect learning opportunity. It's probably usually how it is when you do your first collab anyway with someone, whoever has the greater influence of the greater audience, or whoever's project is probably gonna take the lead creatively. And so that's how you learn.
Yeah.
Give me that. What about you?
I know. I feel like I think I definitely would want to. It's kind of like that work smarter, not harder kind of mindset.
Yeah.
It's like lay it all out for me.
Yeah,
these days.
exactly.
I don't want to struggle.
I don't. Also, I'm gonna do the second thing already.
Yeah.
Like as an indie artist, that's what's going to happen. That is so if I have to choose, just give me the collaboration that I don't have.
Just lay out the red carpet
because
for me.
when it's time for me to do a project, normally your first project is gonna get little to no attention. And it takes a
but
while.
generally your first project, you don't always have the opportunity to like collaborate with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Your favorite.
Exactly, which is why,
so,
give me that.
For sure. But I feel like there are some indie artists that would prefer the struggle.
Maybe, but to collab with your favorite artist, like the person like you look up to them, you're fangirling over them. This is because when you're an indie artist, also one of the things that you're really working for is that opportunity. I feel like being an artist, like being able to work with people that you look up to, is actually a big part of artistry. For the opportunity, seems like something you wouldn't want to give up.
Would you rather be a perfect singer with no stage presence or a charismatic performer with a mediocre voice?
I was gonna say I feel like in my best days I'm already number 2. I don't want a perfect voice and no stage presence.
Being able to flat-footed sing, like I feel like only singers care about that.
And in a limited amount too, because even we aren't gonna pay to see that. Y'all don't want to talk about that.
Listen.
Y'all don't want to talk about how singers, musicians, and creators are just so rackety about the things that we want to pay for. They're all at the Beyonce concert. And yes, she can sing, but it's a show.
And she's charismatic. And she has amazing stage presence. And she does not have a mediocre voice, in my opinion. But people argue. That's a really big argument. People, like a lot of people, don't think she can sing. And I'm like, what ear are you listening out of? Okay, but we won't go down that rabbit hole. But we love you, babe. Okay. So, would you rather go viral with a controversial post that you later regret,
Oh man.
or consistently create meaningful content that slowly builds a loyal following?
What the heck? They're basically, all these questions are like, do you want it the way that it naturally is, or do you want it?
I mean, we can all dream, can't we?
But why would I have to regret it later? If they said if they said controversial and then didn't add the regret, I would be like, but I think.
Okay, so I have seen some famous people do something super controversial and definitely got the bad rap for it, and had to come back and apologize. And I always feel like, I've always wondered like how it feels from your gut to have to like do that live apology. Like,
but then again, there are some people who did controversial things who catapulted from it, and maybe they did regret it. Maybe they did. Maybe we'll never know, and maybe they did. But it doesn't matter because now they are who they are.
Yeah.
And it was that one thing that they did that was kind of like, you know, maybe a little sketchy, maybe a little controversial, maybe made a bunch of people mad. But now they are who they are because of it. And then the slow and steady is actually a very real thing. So which would I prefer?
Yeah, I actually don't think I want to be controversial. I don't know.
Bro,
it just really...
It depends.
It does.
I wish I could see exactly what they meant by it. I regret it. How badly do I regret it? Do I regret it and I'm sitting on a pile of money and I'm just like, I guess I didn't have to do it that way.
I guess I wouldn't want to regret it if I am offending a person or a type of people or a group of people. Like, I don't want to come off.
Every single thing that we do is offensive to somebody for one reason or another, whether it's a good reason to us or not. So,
I mean, I feel like some controversial things are meaningful.
Exactly. Because if I post a video right now saying that Jesus is the only way to heaven.
Ciao. Good night. They'd be like, what? Are you sure, ma'am?
And would I care?
Nope.
No.
Nope, not at all.
Exactly.
Okay, so that leads into this next question. Would you rather be known for your talent or your personality?
I think that personality is a talent. I think that being charismatic. Listen, people. I've had this. I feel like we've had this argument at brunch.
That are really talented that are dry as hell and unapproachable and mean.
Exactly. But then there are some people whose whole entire act is their personality. Okay,
okay, so you can be talented with no personality, but you can't have personality without talent.
Okay, what? Say it again.
So let me repeat it to make sure I get it
right.
So I'm thinking the way I have summarized this in my mind is that you can be talented with no personality.
Okay,
but if you have personality, you absolutely have talent.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm saying that if you have personality and you decide to make that your talent, you can. But let me be fair and let me answer it in the context that the question was actually asked, and let me separate the two. So would I rather be known for having a good personality, or would I rather be known for my talent? Mm-hmm. I think I'd much rather. But this is not related to my ability to make money. Y'all, do y'all see my only concern right now? Like, is this affecting my bag? Or is this just how people know me? I know. I'm ruining the game.
No one went as far as your bag. Maybe none of it affects your bag. Okay. But
I would much rather.
Some people are very, invested in their image.
But if I am known for my talent, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a trash person based on the question, right?
Sure.
I would much rather be known for my talent than. Did you see that? I would much rather be known for my talent. Yes, final answer. For the things that I've done and made, and for the way that I think and create, and for how well I present it. Yes, I would love for people to know me because of that. And then if allowed in the question, for them to get to know me and be like, oh, she's cool.
We can make it what we want it to be.
Period.
So it's fine.
Okay, because these are all hypotheticals.
They
anyway.
are hypotheticals. How about that? But real, but hypothetically real.
Yeah, they feel very real.
I feel like I prefer personality over talent.
Really?
I don't know, because sometimes I struggle about my talent.
We
can get into it, but
we are about to get into it, and that's one of the reasons why I chose talent, because in this hypothetical world, all things being normal, I would be so confident in the things that I've made that, yeah, that would be why people know me, and I would be happy about that.
Yeah.
Now, is that how it is yet in the real world? No. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
So would you rather be instantly amazing at any creative skill, but miss out on the fun of learning it, or struggle to learn it, but feel super proud when you finally do?
Why these feel so real? Okay.
I mean, they're supposed to be.
Instantly amazing at any creative skill, but miss the fun. Of course, I would want to be instantly amazing.
Right.
Instantly amazing. Because honestly, the fun of learning that they're talking about is actually not fun at all.
I mean, some people enjoy. The process humbles you.
That's not fun.
It's
there's nothing fun about that.
Well, it's not fun.
Learning,
but you gain an appreciation for it.
Yes, you do. You gain an appreciation, but it's more like a maturity thing. If I can instantly learn it, I don't need that. I don't need it. Nah. Nope. Keep it. Keep the whole process. The process is nasty.
But some stuff we need to like take our time and like.
Not in this hypothetical question. We don't. No, I don't. They said I could instantly, and that's what I want. Give that to me.
Give me that. I mean, yeah.
No, I mean, if you want to take your time.
She's like, girl, if you want to struggle bus, okay? I'm over here like, struggle me, please. No, I don't want to. I want both. I want to kind of like learn a little bit and then just like get there quickly.
You know what?
Give me like a couple of days of like learning. Give me like a day or two of learning. By on the third day. On the third day, I need to be instantly there.
Okay.
He got up. I'll go get up. If he got up, I can get up. Okay.
On the third day.
And this is the last one. I said, would you rather create content that makes people laugh or content that makes people think? These pauses.
I know. I really shouldn't take so much because I know exactly what I want to say.
You want people to think?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I know.
See, Lauren wants people to think, and I want people to laugh.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, sometimes you want to think. I feel like my thinking can take me down a spiral sometimes. Sometimes I just want to laugh. You know how they say laugh to keep from crying?
Yeah.
Like sometimes life just be lifing, and you just go sit in the corner and laugh or something.
Some of the lifeiest things are the funniest things. You know what? Fun fact.
After you get through it.
Yes. I was going to say, I don't know if I should say this, but shout out to my ex-husband. Hey,
ex-husband. Oh, we need sound effects. Round of applause for ex. Okay, good.
Shout out to him, because even at this stage in our relationship, where we're completely divorced, right?
I already be halfway divorced.
We can look back at our time together and just like crack up laughing, like really, like not for fake, not like in a second we're gonna start crying, but like really like gut busting laughter. Honestly, if you listen to comedians, some of the least funny things in the world are hilarious.
Yeah.
So
after you've had time to think about it.
Because we had to go through that. Think about it and then laugh, y'all. Let it go.
I just think as creatives, like we're constantly evolving and exploring who we are in life, and so figuring out our identity can be like a really crazy thing. Like I think that's probably, if you're still struggling as a creative, it's probably an identity crisis. Maybe.
Yeah. It could.
I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I think for me, like, because the struggle is like in indecisiveness. I feel like it's like, who am I? What am I doing? What's my purpose? What's my why?
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like once you find it, like it's a little more clear.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. That you said like if you're having a problem, it probably comes from identity. But yeah, I think like as a creative, if one of the main problems that we do have as a collective is identity, because creation is such an internal process. So like, because creation comes from like the core of who you are, if you're having any type of struggle with what that actually means, then yeah, that's going to affect naturally is going to affect your creative process, what you create and your ability to do so. I agree. Yeah.
And I feel like it's like a roller coaster, because one minute you feel like you're on top of your game, and then the next minute you're like, I didn't do anything at all. I didn't do anything. I haven't accomplished anything. And that's what like this whole concept about like imposter syndrome is like you feel like you're an imposter, like you're fake and not real, and like you don't deserve recognition, or that you don't really have the talent that you really have.
Oh man,
it's like it's almost like a mental hell that we put ourselves in, honestly.
Yeah,
comparing ourselves. Here we go.
I know. I don't want to be. I don't want to be. I can't be a contrarian this early in the discussion.
Come on, let's go. Like, go ahead.
I just want to submit for everyone's consideration that sometimes imposter syndrome is not imposter syndrome. Sometimes you're really just not ready. And another thing that we hate. Oh, I know. Another thing that we hate, and which I think was made clear by my responses, like, give me the ability to do it right now, is that, yo, you gotta let yourself cook, bruh. You are half-baked out here, and it's given dress for the job you want, not the job you have. But that's a method to carry you through until you actually are that person, because it is actually a form of imposter. Like, you are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's fake it till you make it. They say those things, and it's literally describing the process of you pretending to be what you want to be, but it just helps you to get there. So sometimes maybe you're just not ready, and that's okay. Take the time to get ready. And you would have to decide whether or not you're an imposter or if you're just half-baked. I try to quantify my performance to be like, am I being too hard on myself, or am I really just like, am I really kind of trash and I'm just not there yet? And sometimes the answer is just really like, you're just not there yet.
Yeah, but that doesn't take away from your real talent, though. Like, whether you're ready or not, you get to decide.
Yeah. But
you still have what it takes. You still have what it takes. You may not be. I mean, it could. That's so broad. Like, not ready. Why? Like, there's so many reasons why you might not be ready, but it doesn't take away from your skill or your talent that you like uniquely have.
Facts.
Right?
Sorta.
Okay. What?
It doesn't take away from your natural talent.
It doesn't.
It doesn't take away from your calling.
Right.
But even calling has a process for preparedness.
It does. You're right.
So, what is imposter syndrome?
I honestly feel like everyone defines it differently.
Okay.
But my understanding of it is that you feel like what you have to offer is not really offerable.
Okay, I got it.
Like, you don't think that, like, you think you're a fraud, although you have achieved a certain level of success or recognition. Okay. In that, like, you are really like this person.
Okay, right. It would be like, like, I feel like I'm failing. I'm not a singer, but I am. I'm not a singer,
but you're booked and busy. Like, so how can you say that you're a fake and a fraud and an imposter when you are really an accomplished singer or a professional singer?
Right.
So,
at least.
I mean,
at least.
kind of ish. But your point, you make a really valid point, though, because sometimes it could just be that you're not ready. Yeah. You know, like, I know for me, I mean, I think, like, so when I was, you know, kind of thinking about this episode and thinking, and I was looking at imposter syndrome, and I was seeing where it said that, like, sometimes when you're, like, in this, like, mindset, like, you can't accept compliments. You're, like, comparing yourself to other people. You feel anxious about sharing your work with the world. Like, it's that kind of thing where it's like, why? And I feel like I am that way, though. Like, a lot of times I'm like, I don't want to share my creativity. I don't want to share what's in my mind and in my heart that I know that I can do, because I just don't feel like I deserve to share it, because I don't think I'm as good as I maybe am.
That makes sense. Okay. Yes. Yeah. I think we've all been burdened by imposter syndrome. I feel like,
so for me,
go ahead.
For me, I find that I struggle the most when I see the accomplishments of others.
Me too.
Like, when I see, and this is not about hating, because I celebrate everybody, but it's something about, like, when you see someone doing something that you feel that you also can do, but they are, like, thriving in it and you're, like, not. So it's just like, I knew that I wasn't cut out for this. Like, I knew that this wasn't my thing, because clearly if I'm not succeeding to the point that what I feel like success should be, because success is different for everybody.
Right.
If I'm not being successful in the way that they are, then I'm clearly not really talented. I'm clearly not really good.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Yes, I feel the same way. That's a lot of that is one of the reasons why I want some accomplishments under my belt. While I'm building up those accomplishments, I am not looking at certain people and what they're doing.
Right.
Because I don't want to be influenced. Yes. And I don't want to be discouraged.
Oh, I think you're in our questions too.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
So yeah, how do we get over imposter syndrome? How do we overcome that? And is that an identity thing? Is that like, once I know who I am, I don't have to worry about it anymore?
Potentially, but potentially.
Okay,
so let's get into identity though.
Okay, let's go.
So when you think about your creative identity, what comes to mind? Do you think it's a feeling, values, style, or something else?
Hey, this is Lo. Thanking you as always for watching the Mindfully Delusional Podcast. But don't go anywhere, because we've got much more to talk about. Click the card above or the link below to watch part 2 of this episode. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. And see you in the next video. Bye.